to explain the regulation of the gene, how the gene is regulated according to the requirement of the cell or requirement of the body. So what is the regulation? Regulation means control. Okay. And gene expression. What is the word meaning of gene expression? Gene expression means a gene become active and producing a protein. That is called gene expression. So see what when we say that a gene is expressed or gene is in action. Sorry, gene expression means gene produce their or gene performing their function. That is the it producing the protein. Okay. So when gene producing the protein, we say that gene is expressed. So protein, gene producing the protein. That is the word meaning now. Gene expression. Okay, regulation means a control, and gene expression means gene producing the proteins. Or it is better you can say that gene producing the polypeptide. Okay, polypeptide, and this polypeptide can be used for the synthesis of the protein, or it may be used for the synthesis of the hormones, okay, or maybe it is using for the synthesis of the enzymes, okay, enzyme, or it may be using for the synthesis of the metabolite, secondary metabolite, okay, secondary metabolite. So these are the different type of the polypeptide metabolites, okay. So gene expression, that means gene producing the polypeptide, okay. Gene producing the polypeptide means it may be producing the protein, or it may be producing the hormones, or it may be producing the enzymes, or it may be producing the secondary metabolite. Okay, there are a lot of different type of the secondary metabolite, and all these are produced by the genes. So that is the word meaning gene expression, and this expression should be controlled. Why it should be controlled? Because the protein or the polypeptide we are not requiring, or the cell is not requiring throughout the day, or it may not required throughout the year, or it is requiring only a particular time. So when the protein is requiring, the protein must be synthesized. Then when the protein is not requiring, the protein synthesis must be stopped, or it must be slowed down, or it must be regulated. So there coming the point, regulation of the gene expression. Okay, so regulation means control. Gene expression means production of the synthesis of the proteins. And this protein, some of the proteins are not requiring throughout the days, or it is not requiring throughout the year or throughout the life. Okay, it is requiring only a particular time. So gene expression, the synthesis of the proteins should be controlled at a particular level. So what are the different levels at which the gene expression is controlled? Means protein synthesis is controlled. Say some of the point I will say that gene expression can be controlled at the transcriptional level. So you know transcription, we already studied the details of the transcription, means the synthesis of the mRNA, transcriptional level. So gene expression can be controlled at a transcriptional level. But in the case of the prokaryote, it is okay. Transcription level means the synthesis of the mRNA. But in the case of the eukaryote, you know that the mRNA produced is known as a heteronuclear mRNA. Okay, this heteronuclear mRNA must be processed, and then it is converting into a mature RNA. Okay, so here transcriptional level in the case of the eukaryote, that means the synthesis of the heteronuclear mRNA. Okay, so then next level means the regulation of the gene expression. Another level, that is known as the processing level. So what is actually processing level? You know, this is applicable only in the case of the eukaryote, not in the prokaryote. Okay, processing level. Processing level means splicing level. You know, splicing means the heteronuclear RNA. So already heteronuclear RNA is produced, and this heteronuclear RNA is the polycistronic. So this polycistronic mRNA containing in the case of the prokaryote, it is a polycistronic, but in the case of the eukaryote, it is a monocistronic. But this monocistronic mRNA containing heteronuclear mRNA containing intron and exon. You know, exon is essential and intron is not useful. Intron must be removed and exon must be joined to each other with the help of the ligase enzyme. So this removal of the intron and joining of the exon, that is known as the splicing. Okay, so during this splicing time, the gene can be regulated. Gene protein synthesis can be regulated. So that is a second level. at which the gene expression can be regulated. The third processor, that is the transport of the protein, transport of the mRNA, transport of the mRNA. Once the splicing and capping and tailing is over, mature RNA will form, and this RNA transporting into the cytoplasm. So transport of RNA means the mRNA, messenger RNA from nucleoplasm, okay, from the nucleoplasm to the cytoplasm, nucleoplasm to cytoplasm. So at this level also, cytoplasm, at this level also we can control, or the cell can control the synthesis of the protein, okay. The number fourth level is that translational level. So what is the translational level? The synthesis of the protein, actual protein or the polypeptide according to the nucleotide, according to the ribonucleotide present or the codon, triplet codon present on the mRNA. So transcriptional level. So at these four level, the gene can be controlled, gene activity can be controlled. So transcriptional level, during the synthesis of the heteronuclear mRNA in the case of the eukaryote and in the case of the prokaryote mRNA. Okay, simple mRNA, no processing in the mRNA on the mRNA in the case of the prokaryote. So processing level means this heteronuclear mRNA is undergoing splicing, capping, and tailing. During that time, the mRNA or the gene can be regulated. Transportation mRNA into the nucleoplasm, from the nucleoplasm to the cytoplasm, it can be regulated. Transcriptional level, translational level, not a transcriptional, translational. Okay, this is the translational level. Okay, translational level. In the translational level, the gene can be regulated. Translation means the synthesis of the proteins. Translation level. So these are the four levels at a gene can be regulated. Okay. So analyze one by one. So see here. Why next? I will ask a question to you. That is, why do gene express? So what is the reason for the expression of the gene? Why do gene express? Why do gene express? Okay. So if you ask a question, it will give the answer. Why do gene express? What is the reason for the expression of the gene? Gene expressed to perform different functions. The answer is that to perform different functions. To perform means to do, perform different functions. Different functions. So what are the different functions? A lot of functions are there in the body, and each and every function is controlling by the gene, by the expression of the gene. Different functions in the body. So what are the different functions? Let us take a simple example first. Then we will take the textual part. For example, a gene that is synthesizing the gene that expressing and controlling a particular chemical in the body. So for example, cancer cell. Suppose a cell is that is the cancer cell. It is affected by the cancer disease. Okay. So this cell producing a chemical that is known as interferon. Okay. Why interferon is produced? And this interferon actually protecting the cell present on the nearby. So the nearby cells, the cancer cell taking the precaution that the cancer cannot transfer, cannot spread to the nearby cells. So this cancer cell producing the interferon. Interferon is a particular type of the protein. Okay. So at this time only the interferon will produce. So why do gene expressed? Gene expressed to protect the cells nearby. Okay. Then another one example I will give, that is the antibody. You know, antibody means actually glycoprotein. Antibody is a glycoprotein. Glycogen plus protein. It is not a glycoprotein. But a protein is the first protein should be synthesized. Then glycogen is adding and producing the glycoprotein. So antibody is produced. How the antibody produced? When the bacteria or the virus, for example, virus or bacteria enter into the cell, into the body, then antibody will produce. Antibody is a protein. So antibody production is not requiring throughout the year, throughout the day, throughout the time. It is requiring only when virus or the foreign body is present inside the cell. So this is the function. To perform the different function means production of the antibody for the defense, production of the interferon for the protection. So these are the some of the examples I quoted you, and then we will take the examples given by textbook. So what is the function of the uh, what is the different functions. Why do gene express it? Gene express it to perform the different functions. So let us take different functions. Text matters. This is actually I already explained it with some other examples that is not in the textbook. Okay, so let us take some examples from the textbook. Okay, in the textbook there are two examples given. That is the example number one. I want to rub out this one. Okay, we take some examples from the textual explanation. Okay, example. Take example from the text. Example from the textbook. See, an enzyme. The name of the enzyme is the beta galactosidase enzyme. Name of the enzyme is beta galactosidase. Galac galactosidase. So this is one of the enzyme. What is the function of this galactosidase? You know, galactosidase is a protein. All the enzymes are protein except a few. So, enzyme galactosidase. This galactosidase is produced when the culture medium of the E. coli bacteria. Suppose this E. coli bacteria is growing in a culture, and this E. coli bacteria requiring what is energy source. Okay, this energy source we supplied lactose. We supplied lactose. Okay, energy source we supplied lactose. You know, lactose is a disaccharide. It digested into galactose and galactose plus glucose, and this glucose providing energy for the bacteria, and it will grow. So then galactose also converting into energy, and that utilized by the E. coli bacteria. So whenever the lactose present in the medium, culture medium of the E. coli, then only the E. coli producing the beta galactosidase, because the beta galactosidase is helping to convert lactose into galactose and glucose. So here the beta galactosidase is producing only in the presence of the lactose. That means the beta galactosidase production gene, the gene expressing means the gene producing the galactose because the changes in the atmosphere of the E. coli. Suppose the E. coli is growing in the petri dish. So in this petri dish, E. coli bacteria is there, and we adding the lactose. When the lactose is adding, the atmosphere, the environment of the bacteria will change. To adapt to this environment, the bacteria producing the enzyme galactosidase, who actually producing the enzyme gene present in the bacteria that is producing the galactosidase converting the lactose converting into galactose and glucose providing the galactose and glucose monosaccharide, it is providing the energy for the growth of the bacteria. Okay, here the environment changed, and during this changing environment, the gene become active and it is producing the beta galactosidase. So not only beta galactosidase, here also producing the other enzymes for the digestion of the lactose. Okay, this is one example for the function of the gene. Then take another example. That is the in the development of the embryo. Okay, embryo development. Suppose an embryo is developing. The embryo at the beginning is only single celled zygote. Okay, this zygote is multiplied into multicellular embryo, and this multicellular embryo again growing, a multicellular embryo again growing, and it producing the young one. So this changes, see the changes, embryo zygote developing into multicellular. During the multicellular cell division taking place. For the cell division, protein is essential, and the multicellular embryo is converting into young one with the trillions of the cells. So the cell division, continuous multiplication, or the mitotic changes, mitosis requiring, and this mitosis, during the mitosis, the number of the proteins are synthesized. So here the protein synthesized during the embryological development. So development is the condition for the synthesis of the proteins, and the protein synthesis is performing by the gene. So gene become active, gene expressed during the embryonic development. So gene expressed when atmosphere is changed. And during the embryonic development, there are a lot of other conditions, other situations where the gene become active, the gene become expressed. Okay, then I will explain a few words relating to this gene expression, that is the inducible enzyme. What is actually inducible enzyme? Already we explained it, but the word we are not taken so far. Okay, inducible enzyme. Inducible enzyme. Then induction. Another word is the induction. Induction. And one more word, that is the inducer. So what is actually these three words, inducer? Okay. I will take an example upon get that is the bacterial culture. This is the bacterial culture. E. coli bacteria. So it is containing E. coli bacteria. Okay. So this E. coli bacteria producing the beta galactosidase. I already told you. So how it is synthesizing beta galactosidase when we adding what is lactose. So when we adding the lactose, so here lactose stimulate the cell E. coli to produce to induce the gene. So it induce the gene and the gene producing the beta galactosidase. Okay, so here the lactose is known as the inducer. So it induces the gene and the gene become induction. What is the induction? Due to this inducer lactose present, the gene become active. That activation is known as the induction. Okay, and by the induction, by the activation, it is producing the enzyme. Okay, so first inducer is the lactose. Lactose is inducer, and induction means gene expression. Gene become active. Gene become active. Okay, and this active gene is expressed in the form of the beta galactosidase. Beta galactosidase. So see here what happens. Lactose is added to the medium. Lactose is acting as an inducer. Inducer म्हणजे उत्तेजन देणार आहे. आणि उत्तेजन दिल्यानंतर कुणाला उत्तेजन देणार आहे? तर जीनला उत्तेजन देणार आहे. आणि जीन्स बिकम ऍक्टिव्ह. हे ऍक्टिव्ह झालेले जीन पुन्हा काय करणार आहे? बीटा गॅलेक्टोसिडेस तयार करतो. म्हणजे या लॅक्टोजला आपण काय म्हणायचे? इंड्युसर म्हणायचे. आणि इंडक्शन कोण करणार आहे? त्याला इंड्युसर म्हणायचे. आणि इंडक्शन कोणाला करायचे? जीनला करायचे. आणि जीन्स बिकम ऍक्टिव्ह. आणि ऍक्टिव्ह झालेले जीन्स beta galactosidase enzyme तयार करतो. That enzyme is known as the inducible enzyme. Okay, why it is called inducible enzyme? Because it is the gene is induced. Lactose induced the gene to produce the beta galactosidase. So this enzyme is known as the inducible enzyme, or it is also known as the adaptive enzyme. So why it is called the adaptive enzyme? Adaptive enzyme. Why it is called adaptive enzyme? Because the bacteria is growing here, and during the growth, the lactose is added. When the lactose is added, the bacteria is try to adjust the life with the lactose. So, for that, beta galactosidase is essential. So it is known as adaptive enzyme. Adaptation means, for example, वाळवंटमध्ये असलेले डिझर्टमध्ये असलेले एखादं प्लांट निवडून फॉर एक्झाम्पल ते तिथं चांगल्या पद्धतीने जगण्यासाठी त्यामध्ये लीफ नसले पाहिजे आणि स्पाइन असले पाहिजे and there is a thick cuticle etc to reduce the transpiration, then only the open shell lives successfully in the desert. So that is adaptation. Like that, when lactose is added, the atmosphere is changed, and in the changing environment, the E. coli can live successfully only if beta galactosidase present, because beta galactosidase is helping to digest lactose, converting into galactose and glucose, that giving energy to the E. coli. So these are the three words that are most commonly coming in the gene regulation. Okay, so now we say that explain that gene regulation. Why do the gene regulated? Why do the gene expressed? Gene expressed because the atmosphere is changing. When the changing atmosphere or the embryonic development, the gene become active. And if the enzyme is produced, protein is produced during the changing environment, that enzyme is known as a adaptive enzyme, or it is known as inducible enzyme. The enzyme is induced by an activated gene. The activation of the gene is known as induction. Induction is performing by a particular molecule. That molecule is known as an inducer. It is very clear. Lactose is a particular molecule that is known as an inducer. It is doing the induction of the gene. Gene become active, and that is producing a particular enzyme, that is the inducible enzyme, or it is called adaptive enzyme. I think these points are very clear. Then we go further. The point that is the particular term, that is the negative feedback. This also coming commonly coming in the gene expression. or the operand concept, etc. Negative feedback, negative feedback repression, negative feedback repression, or it is known as the uh, negative control. It is known as the negative control. For negative, we can take only feedback repression. So it is commonly called feedback repression. Feedback repression. So what is actually the feedback repression? We are going to study about that. Feedback repression. Okay. Feedback repression. Feedback repression. The negativity here. Feedback. Okay. Two new words we are going to study here. Okay, two technical term, that is the negative control. Negative controller, or it is known as the feedback controller. Feedback repression. Feedback repression. See, what is the word meaning of this one? Negative control and feedback repression. So I will take a biosynthetic pathway. Biosynthetic pathway. So what is actually biosynthetic pathway? Let us take the synthesis of a particular amino acid. Suppose an amino acid, whatever the amino acid may be, amino acid. So we are taking amino acid number 1. So how the amino acid is synthesizing? Suppose a chemical A and a chemical B. So they both are added to the medium and it is converting into a product X. Okay. Here enzyme 1 is working and this X converting into the product Y. Here also another enzyme working, that is enzyme 2. It is converting into a product, another product that is known as the Z. Okay. Here another enzyme is working, 3, and Z converting into amino acid. So this is known as the biosynthetic pathway. Okay. So here what is actually negative control or feedback repression? So when the amino acid requiring only 1 microgram. So the 1 microgram amino acid is requiring. So here already one microgram amino acid is produced. Then further synthesis of the amino acid is dangerous. Okay. आपल्याला किती पाहिजे 1 मायक्रोग्राम अमिनो ऍसिड पाहिजे आणि 1 मायक्रोग्राम अमिनो ऍसिड ऑलरेडी तयार झाले याच्यापेक्षा जास्त जर तयार केले ते डेंजरस आहे सो व्हॉट विल डू दिस अमिनो ऍसिड गो बॅक अँड इनहिबिट द एन्झाइम नंबर 1 त्याला इनहिबिट करतो या एन्झाइम नंबर 1 ला इनहिबिट करणार आहे त्याला काम करू देणार नाही so as a result it cannot synthesize x cannot synthesize y cannot synthesize z and the amino acid formation will stop. Okay, so this is known as the feedback. It is coming back and inhibit the protein synthesis. Protein synthesis inhibiting means it inhibit the gene expression is suppressed. That is known as the feedback repression, or it is known as the negative control. Like that, positive control also there. So but we are commonly using the negative control and feedback repression in the case of the operon, that is a lack operon, we are going to study. Okay, so that is the gene expression background. So now we are going to study the operon concept, a particular operon, that is a particular mechanism that is known as the operon concept. So let us study the operon concept. Operon concept. Okay. What is actually operon? Operon concept. Operon is not the name of the scientist. So the first समजून घ्या. It is not the name of the scientist. So it is a processor. Operon is a concept. Another concept is not the name of the scientist. Okay. So actually what is the operon? Operon is a cluster of gene. Operon means it is a cluster of the gene. Cluster, what is a cluster means? Cluster of the genes. Cluster means group, a group of genes. Cluster means a group of genes which work, which works, which works in coordinate manner, in coordinate manner, coordinate way, coordinate way. So that is the operon. So operon means a cluster of genes. For example, see this is the DNA piece, 5 dash 3 dash. On this DNA, there are group of genes. This is the gene A, and this is the gene B, and this is the gene C, and this is the gene D. Okay, so these genes are working together and helping to produce an mRNA. So it produces an mRNA, and this mRNA will produce a different enzymes, and that enzyme helping for the regulation to perform a particular function. So this group of genes which are working together, which are working coordinate manner, एक दूसरे ले मदद करना रहे, एक पहले ले मदद करना रहे. So परस्पर किंवा एक में वो मदद करून ते काम करत असेल तर ग्रुप ने काम करत असेल तर that group of gene is known as the cluster of the genes, and that cluster of genes which work in a coordinate manner is known as operon. So what is actually operon? Operon is a cluster of genes which works in a coordinate manner, coordinate way. Okay, that is the word meaning operon. And this operon concept was given by, propounded by two scientists, that is the Jacob and Monod. That is Jacob and Monod. Jacob and Monod in the year 1961. So Jacob and Monod proposed this operon concept in the year 1961. Okay, let us take one example for this operon. In the case of the E. coli, again we are coming in the E. coli bacteria. So take one example in the E. coli. So E. coli, when lactose is present in the medium, suppose the bacteria is growing in the medium. In the medium, this is the E. coli bacteria, and we provide it what is lactose. So the lactose, we can take another color for the lactose. Okay, lactose. So these are the lactose. We given the lactose for this bacteria. For the growth of the bacteria, we provided energy source, that is the lactose. Okay. So when lactose is added, what happens actually? Already say that when the lactose is present, it is acting as an inducer. Okay. So it stimulates a particular gene, and that gene become active. Okay. It is a little difficulty for selecting color, because the slow down the internet function. Okay. Okay. So lactose is added in the medium. We added lactose. Okay. So lactose acting as an inducer, and this induces the bacteria, the gene of the bacteria. That is the induction. Okay. 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 So when the gene become active and the gene it become expressed and it is producing the particular enzyme. Actually, here producing three enzymes. That is very important. Three enzymes. It is producing three enzymes. So what are the three enzymes? Not one enzyme. So previously we told only beta galactosidase. But actually for the utilization of the lactose, it is requiring three enzymes. So what happened here? When lactose is added, lactose acting as an inducer, and this inducer induces the gene of the bacteria, and the gene become active. And this gene, what will do? It is producing three enzymes. And all the three enzymes are necessary for the utilization of the lactose. So, means see here A, B, C. Suppose D is not there. A, B, C. Three enzymes. And this is the part of, this is one gene. This is another gene. This is the third gene. And it is producing an mRNA. Okay, this mRNA having three regions A, B, C. A producing one enzyme, B producing another enzyme, and C producing another enzyme. So such a type of mRNA is known as the polycistronic mRNA. In the case of the prokaryote, the mRNA is a polycistronic. Each cistron producing one enzyme. This is one cistron, another cistron, third cistron, each producing particular proteins. Okay. So in the case of the E. coli, when lactose is present, lactose acting as an inducer, it induces the bacterial gene, and the gene become induction, stimulated, and it produces the three enzymes. So what are the three enzymes? Let us take the name of the three enzymes. One of the enzyme is the beta galactosidase. Beta galactosidase. Beta galactosidase. Each and every enzyme ending in ASE. Not all the enzyme, near about 90% enzyme ending ASE. So we can identify whether the substance is enzyme or not. Beta galactosidase a enzyme. Okay. Then number two, lactose permease. This is the second enzyme. And the third enzyme is beta galactosidase. Beta galactoside. Beta galactoside transacetylase. Transacetylase. Acetylase. These are the three enzymes. These three enzymes requiring for what is lactose metabolism. When the lactose metabolizes, digest, it is producing what is galactose and glucose. And this galactose glucose using as an energy source, and this bacteria will grow. Okay. So what is the function of the beta galactosidase? Beta galactosidase converting the lactose into galactose and galactose plus glucose. It is converting disaccharide into monosaccharide. Okay. For that purpose, for converting this one, the lactose must enter into the bacterial cell. Suppose this is the bacterial cell, lactose present outside, and this lactose this lactose must enter into the cell. For entering the lactose into the cell, it is producing a particular enzyme that is known as the permease. Okay, so this permease enzyme helping to enter the lactose into the bacteria. Okay, so that is the reason why it is producing the lactose permease. Okay, the next one, that is the beta galactoside transacetylase. So what is actually the transacetylase? Transacetylase is helping to transfer. So it is helping to transfer. It is helping to transfer the acetyl group from the acetyl coenzyme A. Acetyl coenzyme A. From the acetyl coenzyme A, the coenzyme acetyl part AC. AC means acetyl. This acetyl part is adding to the beta galactosidase, and the beta galactosidase become active. Okay. So these three enzymes. So in short, these three enzymes are requiring for what is lactose metabolism or the lactose utilization by the bacteria. So permease transporting the enzyme, transporting the lactose into the cell, and after entering into the cell, the lactose will digest into galactose plus glucose, and for that beta galactosidase requiring, for the function of the beta galactosidase, what is requiring? Acetyl part is requiring. So acetyl group adding to that, and this acetyl group taken from the acetyl coenzyme A. From that acetyl group is adding to the galactosidase, it becomes the holoenzyme, and that performs the function lactose converting the galactose plus glucose. So these are the three enzymes that are requiring for that. Okay, and all the three enzymes are present on this mRNA sequence, or the information present on this mRNA. And this mRNA is producing from what is this piece of the DNA, and this piece of the DNA also having three genes, and all the three genes is integrating or the coordinated manner working and producing a particular mRNA, and this mRNA producing all these three different genes. So this is a good example for what is, this is a good example for operon concept. So the operon concept example. So okay, after that we already explained polycystron means what is. In the case of the prokaryote, the mRNA produced is polycystronic because it is having many cystrons, one cistron, second cistron, third cistron, and each cistron producing a particular protein. That is, these are the different proteins. Okay, then next we will study a particular example for the operon concept, that is the lac operon. Lac operon. This lac operon we will study in the next lecture. Okay. By this, today's lecture is over. Thank you very much for this.